So anyway, my wife tells this lady, hey, please don't speak to my daughter that way. She's 6 years old, right? And this lady loses it. This lady jumps off the scooter she's on, jumps in my wife's face and balls up her fist like she's going to hit her. And starts threatening my wife. No, you ain't going to talk to me that way. You ain't going to do this. You ain't going to do that. Whatever. My kids are crying and screaming in the store because, of course, this lady's freaking them out. She's acting mental, right? So the Walmart staff comes over. They're trying to get in the middle of it. This lady's going nuts. I went and did what any man's supposed to do. I stood in front of my wife and my children, and I said, lady, back off. You're not going to get in front of their face. And I said, I don't even know what you're mad about. I said, my daughter's throwing a fit over a toy. You need to back off. The lady then starts getting in my face, putting her fingers in my face and balling up her fists like she's going to hit me. And I'm sitting there. So you know what, lady? It's fine. Whatever. I said, just please go away. Back off. Picking up my kids, trying to get my family together. The Walmart staff's involved. Tell them what happened. The funny part is this lady's like, no, he's harassing us. He's being racist because she's a minority. Well, just because you're a minority doesn't mean I'm being racist. You almost hit my child with a scooter that, to be honest, you obviously didn't need because you got right off that motherfucker and started acting like you were going to threaten and hit somebody over nothing and scared the crap out of some little kids. So congratulations to you. You're a wonderful fucking person. But then, you want to fucking sit there and act like the victim. That shit pisses me off. So she's sitting there telling the staff, oh, it's this and that, and it's because of racism. I told the staff, I said, we didn't do a damn thing to her. I said, she almost hit my daughter. This is what we said. We said, please don't be talking to my daughter in the manner that you're talking to her. She's a young girl. You don't need to do that. She's throwing a fit over a toy. And I told the staff, I said, go get the video, which, by the way, took forever for the staff to do. He kept wanting to argue with me and, give me the runaround about getting the video. And I told him, I said, look, you could plainly see on the video who was the aggressor in the situation. And of course, her friend, the woman that's walking beside this lady, I don't know if it's his daughter or whatever else, but, oh yeah, go get the video. Go get it. You're going to see what happens. I said, yes, you will see exactly what happened. Go get the video. You're going to see who threatened who. Okay. So then we call the police after Walmart tells us, please call the police and you can report this lady. And I was like, okay. So I called the police. Well, found out they had already called the police. And then they separated us in the store, both of us, which I understand. You don't want the issue to escalate. Oh, and before I forget, another guy comes and gets in the middle, starts screaming at everybody about there's kids in the middle. And this guy, first off, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but he should find the rest of his teeth and, probably consider the fact that if he doesn't want kids to be involved, yet he's pushing a kid around in a cart and he injected himself in this situation he had nothing to do with, just acting like a total idiot, but whatever. And so we call the police, find out Walmart had already called the police. So then they call this local police officer who shows up to the situation and, he takes our statement, he listens to what happens. And I really got the feeling from this guy, I'm not trying to be a jerk, but I got the feeling that he really didn't like anything that we had to say because we were a white family and the lady was a minority. And he was the same minority, which, like I said, I don't have any hatred towards anybody of that situation, but that's what it felt like. He was listening to us with one ear, but he was letting it out of the other ear, and nothing that we had to say really mattered, okay? So we get through that. They separate us in the Walmart. They tell us that they told everyone to leave. That's the statement the employee made to us, is everybody had to leave, right? But that's not what actually happened. They let this other woman and her friend keep shopping in the store, even though they were the aggressors and they started the issue. But they kicked us to one side of the store with our children, the people that this woman had aggressed on, and treated us like we were the villains. And then they told us, well, this man, this police officer who showed up, he's from the town, but it's not his jurisdiction. We have to call a police officer from this other county. He's going to have to show up, and if you want to make a statement, you'll have to talk to him. And then they told us, well, they're really busy with calls, so we're going to take your name and number, and they're going to call you, but they're not coming to the scene. We said, okay, whatever. So we paid for our things, walked out of the store. As we're walking out of the store to put these kids back in the car and calm them down and leave, I look up and I see a sheriff's car from the county. I said, wow, the sheriff came. So I told my wife, I said, put the kids in the car and I'm going to go talk to the sheriff, because I'm just had a bad feeling about the way these people were treating the incident, and I wasn't going to have them tell any lies about us. So I went inside. The manager, of course, as soon as he spots me, oh crap, hold on, yeah, we're talking to the cop. We didn't know he was going to show up, but we'll send him your way. We're going to send him to take your statement. It's okay. We're glad you're still here. Yeah, I don't feel like that at all. I think you wanted me to leave so you could tell him what you wanted to tell him and not the truth. So I finally get the sheriff over there, and, you know, I tell him the same story, everything that happened, and I even mentioned to him, hey, man, get the footage from the store. You'll see who the aggressor was. And the sheriff tells me, yep, I'm talking to him. I got to get him to release it. I'm trying to get him to release it to me, which I'm not making any guesses on what that means, but I think they were being hard-headed about trying to release it. I also think it's really funny that one of the employees of Walmart, who was actually nice to us and helped us out during the situation, told us that that lady has been in there several times and made several problems before that one. Yet she was allowed to stay in shop. We were kicked to the side. Guys, this is ridiculous. These are the kind of things, these are the little instances right here that have me scared for where this country's going. People can go out with mental issues and threaten children, threaten, you know, whoever they want, and start a problem with people. And for you defending your family, they will treat you like the aggressor. They will treat you like you're the one who did the wrong thing. It's insane. If you're a father, you're going to protect your children. If you're a husband, you're going to protect your wife. Nobody swung at this lady. Nobody made any threats to this lady. I'm pretty sure if you check the security footage, you could tell quite frankly that, you know, she was the one that aggressed the situation and made all the threatening moves. But no, somehow us with the crying children that got screamed at by this lady who should have been more than mature, we were the bad guys. And I don't understand certain things either. Like, you have a police department in this town, yet they can't do anything. It has to go to the town next door. I will say, the town next door, though, their sheriff was really understanding, really good guy. Really listened to what happened, and I think actually understood it. And I do appreciate him. He was the one person in the situation that had some sense. Now, like I said, I don't like getting very political at all. I'm not that kind of person, but I have been in the military for close to 13 years of my life. I've made my sacrifices. I've lost my friends, you know. You don't have to believe me. I don't really care. If anybody knows what this tattoo represents, you know it's one of the biggest losses of life the Americans faced in the last war. And I lost a friend during that mission, you know. I grew up with a group of people in my family who are true patriots, who really came to this country in the golden age and made the kind of life that people dream of making, and they fought for it. They built it out of scraps, man. And I'm trying to do the same thing. And the only thing that I'm open for is to raise my children the same way, to build the same kind of Americans, to carry on my generation and my name. And today, you know, it just showed me how mentally ill this country is, how sick people are, how no matter how much evidence you have or how in the right you are, people, they don't care. That's not what matters anymore. it really makes me frightened for the future of this country and, you know, what they're teaching nowadays. This new generation that's going to come up, these people that are going to be our future leaders, you know, things like that. As far as this lady who came after my family the way she did, I hope you find whatever you need in your life, you know, whether it be church, religion, you know, maybe a friend. I don't know, because I've never seen people that have good friendships and relationships, you know, with the people around them that go out and act like that towards total strangers. But I really hope that you find what you need and it makes you happy. I'm not angry at you. You know, something is wrong with you. Something is mentally wrong with you. And the fact that you were okay just verbally attacking 2 children and then, you know, putting your hands up towards a man and a woman that had nothing against you, just asked you simply, can we be parents and deal with our children? But you decided that you needed to get aggressive and violent, then something is wrong with you. Seriously. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get a lot of hateful comments for this video, and that's fine. I mean, people are who they are. They're going to say what they want to say. You know, that's fine. But I guess at the end of the day, all I'm saying is that this incident showed me how in trouble we are. And I really hope that people can figure this out and we can become, you know, the type of people that we need to be again. We can become strong. We can become close. We can become the kind of people that can have a discussion instead of raising up in the middle of a Walmart over nothing, over some craziness. And we can work out our differences and settle things the way they were meant to be settled. I love this country. That's why I've given my life to it. That's why, you know, I still live here. But I'm worried. We're in a mental health crisis. So, anyway, I just wanted to share that story. There will be more to come in the future. But, you know, I just ask that anybody on this channel, they just be adults. You know, let's not be starting issues over social media. Let's just have real discussions, man. Let's bring this country back to its strength. You know, let's be righteous people again, man. But we're suffering.